Hello, this is Joey from Team Anti-Meta. I am here to have a video about my preview card that was given from the FanZ team, Orange Mocking Drill. It's a very unique drill that has a parenthetical that works with the new Orange Mastery, but it has much more than that. The parenthetical is if this card is discarded from hand, you may place into play and gain 5 stages. It also has a constant effect. It has a +2 PUR to your MP, has endurance 3, and has a very strong instant power. Used when a setup is used when entering combat, or if you have an Earthling trait, use when a drill power is used when entering combat and cancel out effect. So any when entering setups can be cancelled by this. This is a very strong effect. And if you have an Earthling trait, it can also set up when entering effect powers by drills. Okay, I'll go over some of the cards that I found have some cool synergies with the new card. Orange Possession Drill, because you get to draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards from your hand, unless you discard a style drill from your hand. So you get to draw 2 cards, discard Mocking Drill, place it into play, and gain 5 stages. It's a very good effect for it. Orange Mini Ball is also really good. It's a 1 for 3. You may discard a style drill from your hand. If you do, you get to use this attack a second time. And because the effect of the parenthetical for Mocking Drill is not a instead, you will get the if you do effect from Mini Ball. Another cool card that has a discarding effect that works really well is Orange Luxury. You don't see this card used very much, but I think with this drill, it makes it kind of a really nice synergy with it too. You get to draw 2 cards, discard a card from your hand. So if you have Mocking Drill in your hand, you get to discard it, place it into play, gain 5 stages. And if you have another drill in your hand, you get to also place it into play. So you get to possibly place 2 drills from your hand into play, gain 5 stages, and draw 2 cards. So basically, you're discarding 2 cards from your hand, but you're drawing 2 cards. So basically, it's just like a hand cycle, basically. So you hopefully draw into either a block or like an energy attack or a physical attack or something. The other orange card that I found has some cool synergies with the new drill is Orange Catch. You don't see this card used very often. It's a physical block. You may discard a style drill from your hand. If you do, raise your anger 2, lower your opponent's anger 2. So basically, if you discard Mocking Drill with this, you get to stop a physical attack. You get to place the Mocking Drill into play, gain 5 stages, raise your anger 2, and lower your opponent's anger 2. That's a lot of effects that's very strong. The cards for freestyle, there isn't as many of them. Orange only had about 4 that I could find. Android Headbutt, if it hits, you get to discard a card from your hand and get to use the critical damage effect. So you get to place it in play, gain 5 stages, and then use the critical damage effect. Kid Trunk's Energy Burst also has a discard effect, so basically you can discard it and then you get to place a styled combat into your hand. So basically you lose it, gain 5 stages, you gain actually 3 stages after you perform this, and then you basically replace the drill that you discard from your hand with styled energy combat. Cooler level 2 has a hit effect on his attack that you get to discard a card and draw a card. So basically you get to place it into play, gain 5 stages, and then draw a card from it. And if you have Salza out when you have Cooler out, you actually gain 7 stages, and then also if you use his power later, you get to draw an additional card off of it. King Kai has a pitch effect. You draw a card, you discard a card from your hand. So you draw a card, you pitch it, you gain 5 stages, place it into play. But if you also have Purunga out in play, you also get to rejuvenate a card as well. Goku Premier level 1, actually, if you discard a card from your hand, you get to search your life deck for a style drill and place it in play. So basically with this, you get to discard a card, place it into play. You gain 3 stages because from the 2 that you pay for that. And then you get to basically place 2 style drills into play. Piccolo has a bunch of discarding effects on his new 1, 2, and 3 that are also really good to use with him as well. These are all the setups you probably primarily use with the canceling effect from Mocking Drill. I split them up into styled and unstyled. Same pregame isn't a really good setup that you would want to cancel. Black Face Off is another one you might want to cancel. Red Relaxation is also another really strong setup as and when entering effect. Same with Blue Dominance, really strong. You'd possibly want to cancel. Isolation, 100%. If this is not a very common card for people to run, but if you end up running into a deck that runs it, you would 100% probably would want to cancel this effect because it shuts off all of your drills. Prideful Challenge is also another incredibly strong one you don't want to see go off as against you as an orange deck. If you have a somewhat built up board, you just don't want this to go off because it shuts off all of your drills. Also, Tree of Might. This is not a super common one, but some sword decks like to run this, or aggressive decks like to run this, and it can stop them from grabbing a non-style drill with it. I also put Visiting the Past into this, even though it's frozen. If it ends up becoming unfrozen, it'd also be incredibly strong card to use the canceling effect from Mocking Drill on it. I put in a couple drills that you might want to use the effect on if you have a Nerfling trait with it. Red Quickness Drill would be one you might want to cancel out. Definitely Transformation Drill because it pops all of your drills back into your hand if they banish it. You definitely would want to shut this off to keep your drills into play. Again, with sword decks, they're probably going to run aggressive sword drill. They may or may not, but a lot of them do. So you get to cancel the effect of aggressive sword drill. That can be really big. Also, combination drill. You can shut off combination drill. Not a lot of decks, again, run this, but it's another card that gets rid of your drills, and you want to keep drills out in play if you're playing orange, and this just shuts off the effect of that. I threw in a couple cards just for I thought they were interesting for it. You can do some shenanigans with it. So orange audience, you get to return a drill you control into your hand, and then if you put Mocking Drill back in your hand, you can use it for another discard effect, or like the Mastery effect, you could possibly put into play. Also, orange Charging Kick, you can also do some shenanigans with. You can raise your anger too, and if you know you're going to possibly level, you get to destroy one of your drills, and if it hits, you get to return it back to your hand. So if you're gain 2 anger and you know you're probably going to level this combat, and you return it back to your hand, you can keep it to possibly use it for another discard effect and place it back in play after you level so you don't lose the drill. Similar to Orange Dodge, you basically get to prevent all damage from an attack. You shuffle in Mocking Drill, and then you grab it back out, and you get to place it into your hand. So you can use the pitch effect from either one of your other effects, like Possession Drill, Mini Ball, Luxury, or Catch, or one of your MP effects, or your Mastery effect with this Mastery, the new one. With Orange Energetic, you can use it for Orange Energetic to use it effect as well. So that is it and all I have for you for today. This was the preview for Orange Mocking Drill. Have a good one.